Hey, what's going on guys? My name is Finn and welcome to Car Talk. Now in this episode, what we are going to talk about is the brand new Bugatti Divo, which has just been launched, announced and seen in person for the very first time. And I've got to say, it does look absolutely menacing. Absolutely menacing. But firstly, before I even get going on, I would just like to say that we are only one subscriber away from 100 subs. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail about what my plans are for the 100 sub special, but let's just say that I've got something, well, I've actually got more than one thing planned. Anyway, let's get back into car talk, because, yes, the Bugatti Divo. Now, when I first heard that they were going to make a new car, even though they just launched about half a year ago, about the new Bugatti Chiron Sport, I thought, like, hang on here, it's only been half a year, and they're making like a proper like new car, like, this doesn't make any sense. But apparently it is based on that car. It's just a completely different version of it. It's a bit like Ferrari. So basically what happened was, Ferrari in 2013 made this car called the LaFerrari, which is very well known. And of course, about a year or two later, they made a version called FSXK, which is a complete track-focused, non-street legal version of a LaFerrari. Now, the Divo is basically that. However, lots of people are saying that this car will actually be road legal. Except for the fact that it's completely track-focused. Which kind of makes me go a bit like, what? Like, seriously? Like, I've seen the car from the front and I've looked at the front headlights and I'm like, are you sure this car is going to be road legal? If you have a look at a car that's in the thumbnail, you will definitely know what I'm meaning, because the front headlights just go like that. But basically a line. And that's it. Like, it doesn't look very road legal. But anyway, let's get right into stats, specs, and all things that you need to know about the new Bugatti Divo. Let's get right into it. So, the Divo is being named after Albert Divo. So, for those who don't know, Bugatti actually make their cars' names out of like famous racing drivers who have won races with their cars in the past. So Albert Dino won the Targa Florio twice in the 1920s. The car is going to be pretty expensive with it. I mean, it's going to be quite a bit more expensive than the Bugatti Chiron. In fact, it's going to be cost twice as much as a Bugatti Chiron. So, £5 million, which is somewhere around. So let's just put it this way: somewhere around $5.7 million, or I think it was either that or, yeah, because it was 5.4 million euros, like, absolutely crazy. The car is going to feature the exact same 8-litre quad turbocharged W16 as from this Chiron, with the same horsepower, 1,479. The basic Bugatti Chiron road car has a top speed which has been electronically limited to 261. However, because of Divo's tyres and because of how much downforce the car's putting down, it means that the top speed has been taken down even more to 236 miles per hour. But that's still for a track weapon, that is absolutely nuts. It's gonna have a 0 to 60 time of 2.4 seconds, and since this is a track-focused version of Chiron, it will be a lot stiffer and a hell of a lot lighter. And exactly likewise said before, this car is completely built to go around corners more than going straight line speed, because as you might have been able to tell with a Bugatti Chiron and the Veyron, these are like Rolls Royces that you can just waft along, hitting top mats. Like, they are Rolls Royces at the pinnacle of top speed. However, the Divo is taking Bugatti's landmark onto a completely different level. But only 40 of these Divos will be produced, and I doubt that these cars will be able to actually be spec'd in many different colours. If you would like a brand new Divo, well, sadly, number one, they've all sold out completely within like the first couple of hours. And secondly, if you were going to buy one, you would have to at least have owned either a Bugatti Veyron or a Bugatti Chiron. The Divo is actually built on a thing which these days is kind of coming back, but it seems like in 1910s, 20s and 30s, potentially 40s as well. This building style in those days used to be really popular, which is known as coach building, which is basically when you would buy a car's chassis and then you would have to go to a certain car manufacturer to have your car's body, interior and exterior built up, which means that you could spec it and put different options onto your car in any way. Now, Bugatti is now doing this. This is just like what Alfa Romeo did with the Disco Volante. Now, this means that potentially every Bugatti Divo will look a little bit different from every single other one, which is actually very unique. As well as the fact that the Divo is also based on the Vision Gran Turismo sport car, which, if you don't know, it was a Bugatti concept that came out before the Chiron, and that's what both of those cars are based on, this Vision Gran Turismo car, which was a full-on race car that was specifically built for the new game that's now been out called Gran Turismo Sport. So the Bugatti Divo has put in so much downforce, so many vents and ducts, and especially for that enormous rear wing and a shark thing that goes in its center of a rear of a car, which links up with the roof. This car is generating 456 kilos of downforce, which is a heck of a lot of downforce. Yet still, it's almost half the amount of the McLaren Senna does. So on the exterior, the Bugatti Divo is all completely covered in loads of vents, dots, especially for that shark thing which makes the car look ridiculous, and that spoiler slash wing, and also the fact that the car is completely covered in carbon fibre, and the fact that it has loads of aerodynamics, especially on the front bumper. Now, of course, Bugatti couldn't go completely mental, otherwise the car wouldn't be road legal, but they have tried. I can definitely see that they have tried to make the car as aerodynamic as possible to a true race car. Now, on the interior though, the car's, I was expecting the car to actually be a bit stripped out, a bit like the McLaren Senna, but apparently, even though the car's been run to actually go around a racetrack 8 seconds faster than a Bugatti Chiron, the car's interior looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same, except for the fact that it has different colored buttons on the steering wheel, and 99% of pretty much the whole thing, like the roof and the doors, are all completely carbon fibre. Now, this is all the info that I've got so far for you about the new Bugatti Divo. So anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, then smash that like button, subscribe, and press that little bell so exactly when I open up the next video. As well as guys, please subscribe. We are, by the time I am recording this, we are 1 subscriber away from a big 100 subscribers. So please press on that subscribe button if you want to see a very special 100 subscriber special, which that's the furthest I'm going to get, and I know I've got a blast on my finger, but don't even bother about that. If you guys want me to upload this really special video, then subscribe. But of course, on this channel I am a bit more relaxed, and that took a long time to touch it off with. But anyway, I really hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you in the next video.